Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Indianapolis Colts. Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And we are underway from Indianapolis. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On the handoff, it's Gaddis. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. This defense for the Colts, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Down inside the 10. A big play there for Carolina. 42 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll run with Gaddis. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Here's Corral on first down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards.
And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side.
And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for Carolina. 62 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Panthers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted.
Dante Jackson picks it, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Corral, 3rd and 2. He finds his man, complete. It's Newton. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Corral to throw, 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1. So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. Well, a throw for Pittman is intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Here's Gaddis, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Corral got his man complete over the middle. That's Newton. On the move past the 40. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the play. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Corral with it. First down here. He finds his man complete. It's Newton. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now on 2nd and 13. Corral. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Velus Jones from 21 yards away. And the Panthers are able to add on to their first half lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And it is 28-0.
Panthers 28, Colts 0.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 37-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. Gonzalez's kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive and help get him on the ground.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. Touchdown! Jonathan Taylor, 35 yards. And the Colts get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is down to 24. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. The 1st down throw here for Corral. And he will find his man on the outside. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 1st half.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Throwing left side, it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
39-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, hold on. Regular. Hey, alert 33. Stop.
Throwing, Mayfield. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And going right back to Pittman. And he's got room. Down inside the 10. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Taylor. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Mayfield going to take it on the sneak. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And laid down to 20. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
He finds his man complete. That's Newton. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Yeah, he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. On third down, Corral. He finds his man, complete. It's Newton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts' 18-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Panthers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield. That is caught by Anderson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Mayfield looks to throw. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. On first down, they'll go to the ground to town. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. This is taken around the 12. The great blocking nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Mayfield. Throwing over, and it's Taylor on the out route that completes it. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Mayfield to throw it. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And this is caught. Touchdown, Colts. Michael Pittman, 42 yards. And the Colts get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now down to 20. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
The Colts take over first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Following the interception, Mayfield.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Hey, we're 33. Come on. Point it right.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
On third down, Mayfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Point it right. King.
Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. Found his target. It's Anderson.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
Mayfield now.
And completes it once more to Anderson.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 4.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Mayfield on play action. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And some room to maneuver. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Panthers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. First down, Mayfield. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
King, king, king.
Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Regular, regular, regular. Yeah, we're 33.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on, and they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And Charles, a lot of happy faces.